One thing you'll never see me doing, y'all, is eating a seafood boil out of a plastic bag like at those restaurants, because that's not authentic for me. And I don't want my seafood swimming in a pound of seasoned butter. I want it boiled and soaked. I want the seasoning throughout the seafood. So let me show you how to boil seafood for real. I'm starting out with a 20-quart stock pot, filling it halfway. So that is 10 quarts or 2.5 gallons of water, and bringing it to a boil. In the meantime, we're going to prep everything that we need for our seafood boil. We're cutting lemons in half. I think I used about 3 or 4 lemons, 1 whole yellow onion. Just cut it in chunks. It don't have to be finely chopped. Obviously, like the onions and stuff like that just add to the flavor of the boil, but I just love how soft and delicious they are once they boil for a while. It's one of my favorite parts of the boil to eat. Now I'm going to do my garlic. I think I did maybe about 5 or 6 cloves, and I just cut them in half because I just want that garlic flavor to get throughout that water. Now I'm going to snap my fresh corn in half. I'm not really a frozen corn on the cob type of girl, and I am cutting up a link of rapido sausage, because you just got to have some sausage in your seafood boil. Now I got my small red potatoes, and I'm just going to take them out the bag, rinse them in a colander, and put them to the side. And now this is everything that's gonna be in that pot with that seafood, y'all. I'm boiling shrimp and crab today. I've already taken out my wild caught Gulf shrimp to defrost, and now we're gonna prep these snow crab legs. So you just take the clusters out. You want to rinse all of the ice off of them, and then sometimes on snow crab legs, y'all, they have like those little black bits or whatever they are. Scrape that off with a knife or something. Aesthetics are everything, and you don't want to look at that while you eating your seafood boil. So once you get them rinsed and everything, you're gonna put that to the side. Do not peel your shrimp. We are boiling with the shell on, of course. By now your water should be almost boiling, so we're gonna start to season it. I am using the whole bag of this Louisiana seafood boil. So it is this entire bag to 2.5 gallons of water, half of this small bottle of liquid crab oil, your onion, your garlic, and then you're gonna take your lemons, squeeze the juice out, and then drop the lemon in there. And now we're just gonna add a couple of seasonings. If you like it super spicy, add a little bit of cayenne, and I also like to add paprika to my water. And now we gotta bring this up to a rolling boil. Put the lid on it, let it boil for 15 minutes. You want those flavors to marry. Once it's boiling like this, you're gonna add in your red potatoes along with your sausage. Put the lid on it and let this boil for 10 minutes. After those 10 minutes, take your lid off, and now it's time to add in your corn. Now you're gonna boil for 5 minutes. Y'all, timing is everything with these seafood boils, so everything is cooked perfectly at the end. After those 5 minutes, now you're gonna add your shrimp. Put the lid on it, let it boil for 2 minutes. After those 2 minutes, you're gonna see that they're starting to float to the top. That is when you're gonna add your crab legs. Just to note, these are only the instructions if you're using snow crab legs. Boiling blue crab is a feather of another bird, y'all. Make sure that pot is off, y'all. After you add that crab, you are going to add your ice, and make sure that burner is off under that pot. Ice is gonna do 2 things. It is going to cool down your pot so your shrimp does not keep cooking and get rubbery. It's also going to push your shrimp down to the bottom of that pot to soak up the seasoning. That is where your shrimp gets the flavor. It has to soak. I soak mine for about 18 minutes. Some people say 12 minutes is enough. 18 minutes always seems to be the sweet spot for me. In the meantime, while that's soaking, I'm making a little crawfish sauce. If you're from South Louisiana, you eat boiled crawfish, you know what it is. Mayonnaise, ketchup, hot sauce, some lemon juice, Cajun seasoning, a little black pepper. You know, it varies how you make it. You make it how you want. I don't have no measurements, y'all. So after those 18 minutes, it is time to drain my seafood. This was so much seafood, I needed to use 2 colanders. And y'all, I tested one of the shrimp before I drained it to make sure it was soaked enough. They were absolutely perfect. And of course, I did melt some butter on the side to go with my crab. But y'all, you do not need to go to these seafood restaurants and pay these people a ridiculous amount of money to take your seafood, drop it in a pot of plain water, and throw it in a plastic bag that's nothing but a whole bunch of seasoning and some butter. Look at how easy those shrimp peel, y'all. I know that's right. You know, what's the point of a seafood boil if the seasoning is not in the seafood? And I like butter with my seafood. I don't want seafood with my butter. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, that's it. It's so easy to make. This is how we boil seafood in Louisiana. And I don't want it no other way. We ate it right there on the counter, and then I had to clean up my counter so my kitchen wouldn't be smelling like seafood. And then I lit my favorite candle and opened up my windows because, child, it absolutely smelled like Steamboat Bills in here when I was done.